Hey everybody, welcome to the Valentine's Day edition of the show. Today we're going to take a look at relationships God's way. And see, if we're in a romantic relationship, we have to keep our eyes on marriage, because that's how we get the closest to God's plan for our relationship. See, in Genesis it says, "A man leaves his father and mother and is joined to his wife, and the two are united into one." And I hear that all the time in church, and sometimes you want to snicker and think, ooh la la, to become one, like it's some euphemism. But it's not. It's not about sex, it's about true intimacy. It's about us as a married couple walking and living a life as if we were one person. And that's what God expects from us. Intimacy. See, sometimes when we get married, we can end up with a roommate rather than a soulmate.
So what is true intimacy? Everybody has differing opinions, but God defines love for us in 1 Corinthians. Love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful or proud or rude. It does not demand its own way. It is not irritable, and it keeps no record of being wronged. It does not rejoice about injustice, but rejoices whenever the truth wins out. Love never gives up, never loses faith, is always hopeful, and endures through every circumstance. This is how God expects us to love.
I think one of the important things in there is that love does not demand its own way. Too often our relationships look more like a contract than a marriage. I say, well, I guess if you don't make salmon, then I won't put Tabasco in our food. And as long as I get the dishes done, then you'll take care of the laundry. But that's not how it should work. It should be me doing everything I can for her because I love her. And it doesn't matter what she does in response. I have to love her because I love her, and Christ loved us first, because he's the example that we have in how to have a relationship.
Another thing to remember is that love keeps no record of being wrong. So like when Randy makes fun of me being short, he does it, he knows it's not cool, but holding it against him is exhausting and it doesn't solve anything. But forgiving, even if it's over and over again, helps everybody live openly and without fear.
And see, when we do get married, we got to really take it up to the next level, because see, Paul teaches, he says, for husbands, this means love your wife just as Christ loved the church. He gave up his life for her. See, we have to be willing to give up everything. In fact, every single decision we make has to have her in mind. When you're married, you can't just think about yourself. You have to think about each other and put each other first, because that's what Christ did. He didn't hold anything back, so we can't hold anything back.
In the same passage, Paul says, "For wives, this means submit to your husbands as to the Lord. For a husband is the head of his wife, as Christ is the head of the church." So women, we need to respect them. Love is easy for us, but respect isn't. So consider, what does respect mean to them? Even if they're doing something wrong or their decision is wrong, we still need to respect them, because God will hold them accountable for their decisions, and God will hold us accountable for how we respect them.
Well, see, the most important thing is that we keep Christ first. See, what we learn is it says, anyone who comes to me but refuses to let go of father, mother, spouse, child, brothers and sisters, yes, even one's own life, cannot be my disciple. See, if I give 100% of my love to Jesus, then I don't have any left for Jennifer. But Christ will fill me with his love. So the love she gets is his perfect love and not my love. And if I want her to have the best, I've got to give her Christ's love, because that's always going to be truer than my own. And that's how we can live the relationship that God wants us to have, is by putting our trust in him and letting his way become what we give out. Hey everybody, thanks for watching.
If you like the video, press the like button. You can subscribe or share it with a friend.
I'll be back next week, but for now,
We're either living in love
or we're living